You can paint the most beautiful subject, but if it looks flat, it won't connect with the viewer. On the other hand, if you know how to create depth and atmosphere, even a small sketch feels alive. In this video, I'll show you 3 simple yet powerful techniques to solve this problem. Number 1. Using values. Number 2. Using perspective. Number 3. Using warm and cool colors. And at the end, I'll bring them all together in a small painting to show you how powerful these are. So let's dive straight into. Alright, let's start with values. Here is a quick sketch of a simple landscape. In the first one, I'll just block everything in with the same value. Notice how flat it looks, nothing feels near or far, except for the river, because there is a reason behind it, which you will understand in some time. Now in the second sketch, watch what happens when I separate the values. The foreground gets dark, the midground is medium, and the background is kept light. The technique I'm using for the river is called gradation. Immediately there is depth. Your eye starts to travel through the painting. So the rule is simple. Close objects are darker, distance objects are lighter. Again, in the first one, I'm trying to paint these trees with the same value. And for the second one, the values gets weaker as it moves away from the viewer. This is atmospheric perspective. As things go further away, they lose contrast, lose details, and appear lighter. Just this one adjustment can turn a flat scene into a sense of space. And to master this technique, you need to learn gradation. Try painting dark to light and light to dark. If you check my previous paintings, you will find gradation almost everywhere. Buildings, streets, skies, rivers, you name it. Now let's come to the second technique, perspective. This is so powerful that you don't even need the help of values to create depth. As you can see, I drew a frame first, then decided the horizon line and the vanishing point on it. From the vanishing line, we pull straight lines all throughout the frame. These are called the perspective lines. Now let's place the mountain and the river. Then we'll place some trees along with any of the 2 lines we have drawn. Each one gets smaller as we move back. Without much effort, you get the illusion of depth. This doesn't need to be mathematical. Even a rough understanding, objects shrinking, lines converging towards the horizon is enough. So while values give atmosphere, perspective gives structure. Combine the 2 and your paintings already looks more convincing. Now to spice things up a bit, we need technique 3, which is color temperature. But before coming to color temperature, I want to give you a few more examples of how we can place different objects inside these perspective lines to create the illusion of depth. It could be anything: clouds, human figures, buildings, cars, etc. Guys, 73% of you who are watching my videos right now haven't subscribed yet, even though subscribing is absolutely free of cost and it's just a click away. From now to the end of 2026, I'm planning a lot of dedicated watercolor videos, especially for the beginners. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell to all so you get notified whenever I post a video. Alright folks, time to dive into the third technique, which is color temperature. This adds flavor and mood to your watercolor paintings. The concept is objects close to us usually feel warmer, yellows, orange, earthy browns, and objects far away from us usually feel cooler, like blues, grays, and violets. The sketch on the left is done with one color, green, and the sketch on the right with 3 different temperatures of green: warm green, neutral green, and cool green. To make green warm, we mix red, orange, or yellow to it, and to make it cool, we add lavender or blue. In other words, add some warm earthy tones to the foreground and cool blue grays to the background. The midground stays kinda neutral. Instantly the eye feels depth. Warm comes forward, cool recedes. This works beautifully in both landscapes and urban scenes. Alright, now grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video as I put it all together in one painting. quick recap of what we have learned today. Values: dark to light. Practice dark to light, light to dark gradation. Perspective: draw the frame, draw the horizon line, decide the vanishing point, pull straight lines from the vanishing point all throughout the frame. Try sketching different subjects on those perspective lines like I've showed. Finally, color temperature. It goes from warm to cool. Warm foreground, neutral midground, cool background. Try practicing these in small sketches. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes in your bigger paintings. If this video happens to be any helpful to you, let me know in the comment section below. I love to read your feedbacks, even if I couldn't reply all of them. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.